English from Australia, pelajaran nomor 31. Halo saudara pendengar, hari ini kita sampai pada pelajaran nomor 31. Jadi, kita sudah hampir menyelesaikan sepertiga dari kursus ini. Coba dengarkan Chris. Dia akan bertanya tentang jumlah pelajaran dalam kursus ini.
How many programs are there in the course?
Dan saya akan menjawab, ada 104 pelajaran dalam kursus ini. There are 104 programs in the course, Chris.
I see.
Kita bertanya tentang jumlah sesuatu dengan menambahkan ungkapan
How many? How many?
diikuti dengan apa yang kita tanyakan.
How many people? How many people
Di muka kalimat tanya, seperti misalnya,
are there? How many people are there at the party? How many children are there in your family?
coba dengarkan.
How many cups are there? How many saucers are there?
There are 4 cups. Oh, dear. How many cups are there now?
There are 3 cups.
Oh, no. How many saucers are there now?
There are 2 saucers.
Sekarang, coba saudara ulangi beberapa pertanyaan sesudah Helen.
How many cups are there? How many saucers are there? How many people are there? How many children are there in your family?
Coba ulangi pertanyaan yang terakhir tadi sesudah Helen.
How many children are there in your family?
Cara membuat pertanyaan tersebut berbeda dengan bahasa Indonesia, bukan? Coba dengarkan baik-baik beberapa pertanyaan tentang waktu lampau berikut ini.
How many people did you see yesterday? How many records did Chris buy?
Sekarang, dengarkan beberapa pertanyaan dari Don dan Jane. Di antaranya, ada yang mengenai waktu sekarang atau kebiasaan, dan ada yang mengenai waktu lampau. Tetapi semuanya memakai pola yang sama.
How many letters does Iwan write every week?
How many letters did he receive last week?
How many people did you invite to your party, Jane?
How many books does Anne read every week?
How many meals does she prepare every day?
How many clients did you visit yesterday, Don?
How many rooms did we paint last week?
Coba ulangi pertanyaan-pertanyaan berikut sesudah Don. Siap?
How many people did you see yesterday? How many letters does Iwan write every week? How many letters did he write last year? How many people does he see every day? How many people did he see yesterday?
Sekarang, Don akan mengajukan pertanyaan-pertanyaan tadi kepada Iwan. Coba dengarkan.
How many people do you know at university, Iwan?
Oh, 20 or 30.
How many people do you see every day?
It depends. I usually see 5 or 6 friends at lunch.
How many lectures do you attend every week?
About 20.
How many did you go to yesterday?
2 in the morning and 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon. 5.
Saudara pendengar, Sebentar lagi kita akan mendengar percakapan yang mengandung pertanyaan dengan ungkapan
Have got.
tetapi disingkat menjadi
I've got. I've got. Zgot. He's got.
pertanyaan-pertanyaan itu juga dimulai dengan ungkapan
How many?
coba dengarkan.
How many children have your parents got, Iwan?
5.
And how many brothers have you got?
3.
I see. And one sister, eh?
That's right. It's a small family. My uncle's got a big family.
How many children's he got?
He's got 8 children. 5 boys and 3 girls.
How many uncles have you got?
I'm not sure. About 8, I think. My mother's got 2 brothers, and my father's got 5 or 6 brothers. And of course, they're married, and they've got children.
How many cousins have you got?
I don't know.
Sekarang, Don akan mengucapkan beberapa kalimat. Coba dengarkan dan ulangilah. Dan berhati-hatilah dengan ucapannya.
How many children have they got? How many brothers have you got? How many sisters has he got? How many brothers and sisters has she got? How many letters have we got?
Baiklah, saudara-saudara. Saudara pendengar, apakah tadi saudara perhatikan bahwa kata yang dipakai di belakang how many semuanya dalam bentuk jamak? Coba dengarkan lagi beberapa dari contoh tadi dan perhatikan dipakainya huruf S yang menandakan bentuk jamak.
How many brothers and sisters? How many cousins? How many letters?
Dan apakah saudara masih ingat ada beberapa bentuk jamak yang tidak berakhir dengan S? Misalnya,
Men, women, people, children. How many children have your parents got, Iwan?
semua kata-kata tadi adalah bentuk jamak karena dapat kita hitung. Kita dapat menghitung kakak, adik laki-laki, saudara sepupu, surat, anak-anak, dan sebagainya. Tetapi, seperti saudara ketahui, ada kata-kata yang menunjukkan hal-hal yang tidak dapat dihitung. Misalnya,
Tea, coffee, milk, sugar.
dan untuk sesuatu yang tidak dapat dihitung, ada ungkapan lain yang artinya berapa. Dengarkan.
How much coffee have we got?
How much sugar did you buy?
Dalam contoh-contoh tadi, ungkapan yang berarti berapa ialah
How much? How much? How much sugar did you buy?
coba ulangi kalimat berikut ini sesudah Jane.
How much sugar did you buy?
Dan sekarang, mari kita berlatih. Coba ulangi pertanyaan-pertanyaan berikut sesudah Jane. Siap?
How much milk do you want? How much tea do you want? How much coffee do you want? How much bread do you want? How much margarine do you want?
Jadi, untuk bertanya tentang sesuatu yang dapat dihitung, pertanyaannya dimulai dengan
How many?
dan diikuti dengan bentuk jamak kata bendanya. Misalnya,
Apples. How many apples? How many apples do you want?
dan untuk sesuatu yang tidak dapat dihitung, pertanyaannya dimulai dengan
How much? How much sugar do you want?
saudara pendengar. Dalam latihan berikut ini, saudara diminta membuat pertanyaan. Saudara akan mendengar suatu kata benda dan saudara hendaknya bertanya tentang apa yang diinginkan. Pertanyaan itu dimulai dengan ungkapan
How much?
untuk sesuatu yang tidak dapat dihitung atau
How many?
untuk sesuatu yang dapat dihitung. Misalnya,
Coffee.
How much coffee do you want?
A small jar, please. Now, cups.
How many cups do you want?
Let's see. 6, please.
sekarang coba latihan yang berikut ini. Jane dan Don berbelanja di toko serba ada. Jane menyebutkan sesuatu dan Don bertanya tentang jumlahnya. Ulangilah pertanyaan yang betul sesudah Don. Siap?
Milk.
How much milk do you want?
2 liters. Now, bananas.
How many bananas do you want?
Oh, 6. Now, sugar.
How much sugar do you want?
3 kilos. Now, some eggs.
How many eggs do you want?
6. And coffee.
How much coffee do you want?
1 jar. And mangoes.
How many mangoes do you want?
3, please, Don.
Saudara pendengar, mari kita lanjutkan pelajaran ini. Kalau berbicara tentang jumlah yang besar atau banyak, baik mengenai benda yang dapat dihitung maupun yang tidak dapat dihitung, kita pakai ungkapan yang artinya banyak, ialah
A lot of. A lot of.
kalau dipakai dengan bentuk jamak kata benda, tentu saja kata kerjanya juga dalam bentuk jamak.
There are a lot of cars in Sydney. There are a lot of big buildings in Sydney.
There are a lot of people in Sydney.
Dan seperti yang sudah saudara ketahui, dengan kata benda yang tidak dapat dihitung, harus kita pakai bentuk tunggal kata kerja.
There's some noise. There's a lot of noise.
There's some traffic. There's a lot of traffic.
Dan berikut ini, sebuah kata lain yang biasanya dihubungkan dengan kota besar, ialah yang artinya pencemaran atau pengotoran.
There's a lot of pollution.
Coba dengarkan beberapa contoh lagi dari Chris dan Iwan. Mereka akan berbicara tentang hari-hari biasa di Sydney pada saat orang pergi bekerja, di mana terdapat banyak kesibukan.
There's a lot of traffic in the morning, and there's a lot of traffic in the evening too.
There's a lot of cars and trucks and buses.
There are a lot of people in the streets.
Saudara pendengar, di pusat kota Sydney terdapat banyak gedung-gedung kantor dan toko serba ada. Tetapi tidak banyak terdapat rumah tempat tinggal dan tidak banyak orang yang tinggal di pusat kota. Jadi, kebanyakan orang pulang pergi ke pusat kota dari daerah pinggiran yang disebut
The suburbs. A lot of people live in the suburbs. A lot of people travel to the city in the morning.
They travel by car and by bus and by train. There are a lot of shops in the city.
And there are a lot of offices. A lot of people work in these shops and offices.
And they leave the city in the evening. They go home.
So there's a lot of traffic in the evening too.
dan kesibukan tadi terjadi pada hari-hari biasa. Sekarang, coba ucapkan kalimat-kalimat berikut sesudah Chris. Siap?
There's a lot of traffic in the morning. There are a lot of offices. There's a lot of pollution in big cities. And there are a lot of shops. There are a lot of cars and trucks. There's a lot of noise. A lot of people travel by train. A lot of people travel by bus.
Saudara pendengar, kalimat-kalimat tadi menggambarkan keadaan pada hari-hari kerja. Tetapi pada akhir minggu, suasananya berbeda. Ingatlah bahwa tidak banyak orang yang tinggal di pusat kota. Coba dengarkan.
There aren't many people in the city at the weekend.
There aren't many cars. There aren't many buses.
Untuk menyatakan pengertian tidak banyak, yaitu kalau berbicara tentang suatu bentuk jamak dalam kalimat menyangkal, kita mengatakan
Not many. Not many. There aren't many cars.
dalam contoh ini, ungkapan itu merupakan kebalikan dari
A lot of. There are a lot of cars. There aren't many cars. There aren't many.
coba ucapkan sesudah Chris.
There aren't many cars.
Bagus. Sekarang coba ucapkan beberapa kalimat lagi tentang akhir minggu.
There aren't many buses at the weekend. There aren't many cars in the city.
Dan sekarang coba beberapa kalimat lagi. Dan kali ini dengan ungkapan
Not much.
dan diikuti oleh kata benda yang tidak dapat dihitung. Siap?
There isn't much noise. There isn't much traffic. There isn't much pollution. There wasn't much activity in the city at the weekend.
Kata yang baru tadi artinya kesibukan atau kegiatan.
There wasn't much activity.
Coba ucapkan sesudah Chris.
There wasn't much activity.
Baiklah, saudara-saudara. Saudara pendengar, mari kita lanjutkan dengan dua kalimat berikut ini.
A lot of people arrive in Australia every year. Chris meets a lot of people every day.
Dalam kalimat pertama, ungkapan
A lot of people.
diletakkan di muka kata kerjanya. Coba dengarkan lagi.
A lot of people arrive in Australia every year. And a lot of people arrived in Australia last year.
Coba dengarkan suatu pertanyaan yang mulai dengan how many.
How many people arrived in Australia last year?
Coba dengarkan lagi dan perhatikan bahwa bentuk kata kerjanya tidak berubah.
How many people arrived in Australia last year?
Sekarang, coba ucapkan sesudah done.
How many people arrived in Australia last year?
Sekarang, coba ajukan beberapa pertanyaan lagi. Saudara akan mendengar suatu kalimat tentang apa yang terjadi setiap tahun. Misalnya,
A lot of people travel by train every year.
dan saudara bertanya tentang jumlah yang tepat tahun yang lalu. Misalnya,
How many people travelled by train last year?
sekarang, coba beberapa pertanyaan lagi dan ulangilah pertanyaan yang betul sesudah saudara mendengarnya. Dalam latihan ini, tidak diperlukan jawaban.
A lot of people travel by bus every year.
How many people travelled by bus last year?
A lot of people visit Australia every year.
How many people visited Australia last year?
A lot of children start school every year.
How many children started school last year?
Baiklah. Sekarang, coba dengarkan kalimat kedua yang diberikan Don tadi.
Chris meets a lot of people every day. A lot of people.
Ungkapan tadi diletakkan di belakang kata kerja. Jadi, pertanyaannya kita susun sebagai berikut.
How many people does Chris meet every day? Now, how many people did Chris meet yesterday? How many people did Chris meet yesterday?
Perhatikanlah bahwa dalam pertanyaan seperti ini, kata kerjanya berubah. Kali ini kita harus memakai did. Coba dengarkan sebuah contoh lagi.
Chris attends a lot of lectures every week.
How many lectures did Chris attend last week?
Sekarang, ucapkan sesudah Jane.
How many lectures did Chris attend last week?
Itu adalah bentuk pertanyaan dari kata kerjanya, yaitu
Did he attend?
yang didahului oleh ungkapan yang artinya berapa, yaitu
How many? How many lectures did he attend last week?
Sekarang, coba saudara buat pertanyaan seperti tadi dari kalimat-kalimat yang berikut. Dan ulangilah pertanyaan yang betul sesudah saudara mendengarnya. Dalam latihan ini, tidak diperlukan jawaban.
Ewan receives a lot of letters every week.
How many letters did he receive last week?
Chris reads a lot of books every week.
How many books did he read last week?
Chris attends a lot of lectures every week.
How many lectures did he attend last week?
Helen types a lot of letters every week.
How many letters did she type last week?
Bagus. Saudara pendengar, sekarang mari kita lanjutkan dengan sebuah percakapan antara Chris dan Iwan. Chris bekerja pada sebuah toko serba ada. Dia telah meminta Iwan datang menemuinya.
What are you doing?
I'm selling shirts.
Really? Do you sell many shirts?
It depends. I sold a lot yesterday. About 20, I think.
That is a lot.
Yes, the manager was very pleased.
How do you do it?
Well, I invite a lot of people to come and see me.
How many?
Well, there are about 30 here now. They make a lot of noise. They look at the shirts and talk about them.
How many do they buy?
Oh, they don't buy any. They're students. They haven't got much money. But the other customers are very interested. They hear a lot of noise and they see a lot of people here, so they come over and buy some shirts.
What a good idea.
Yes. Now, look at these shirts, Ewan.
Chris bekerja sebagai pramuniaga untuk memperoleh uang saku selama liburan. Dia cukup sukses dalam pekerjaan itu. Sekarang, dia akan berbicara tentang pekerjaannya kepada Iwan.
How many days do you work?
2.
That's not many.
No, it's a part-time job.
How many hours do you work?
10. 6 on Monday and 4 on Tuesday.
How much money do you earn?
About $30.
Is it interesting?
Oh, yes. I meet a lot of people. And I don't usually have much money for the holidays.
And at the end of the year, you're going to have a lot of money.
Saudara pendengar, dengan demikian Chris akan dapat menabung cukup banyak uang untuk liburan akhir tahun. Dan uang ini akan dapat dimanfaatkan bila Chris pergi ke Indonesia. Dan sekarang sudah saatnya kami minta diri. Jangan lupa membaca bagian yang berjudul sesudah siaran dari pelajaran tadi dalam buku saudara. Dan jangan lupa pula mempelajari bagian yang berjudul sebelum siaran dari pelajaran nomor 32. Goodbye, listeners.